Ranil Wickremesinghe announced his resignation from the post of Sri Lanka Prime Minister on Saturday as the economic crisis in the island nation spiraled. After announcing his resignation, Ranil Wickremesinghe released an audio in Sinhalese language where he said that he was ready to resign but with certain conditions. In an audio message on Twitter, Ranil Wickremesinghe said, "A government in the country is essential for the visit of the head of the World Food Programme and the decisive discussions with the International Monetary Fund." He said that it would be wrong to leave the country without the administration of a government. Wickremesinghe's resignation came hours after his office announced that he was willing to resign to make way for a new unity government. After the party leaders' meeting, Ranil Wickremesinghe made a special announcement and mentioned, "I proposed to the president the idea that an all-party government should be formed. Today, there are problems such as shortages of fuel and food in the country." Follow live updates on Sri Lanka crisis here. Due to this, the head of the World Food Programme will visit the country. A number of decisive discussions with the International Monetary Fund have to be carried out. Therefore, a separate government should be formed immediately after the resignation of this government, Ranil Wickremesinghe added. It would be wrong to leave the country in such a case without the administration of a government. Therefore, I reiterate that a new government should be formed when this government resigns, he added. Ranil Wickremesinghe expressed concerns over the attack on journalists who were covering the ongoing protests. According to local reports, journalists were attacked by the security forces of Ranil Wickremesinghe. News First cameraman Varuna Sampath and correspondents Sarasi Peiris and Ud Sindhujan were attacked by security officials outside the private residence of the PM, reports claimed. Prime Minister expresses grave regret over the assault on journalists who are covering the ongoing protests by security personnel. Freedom of media is paramount to democracy in Sri Lanka, PM said in a statement. The Prime Minister requests both the security forces and the protesters to act with restraint to prevent any violence and ensure the safety of the public, the statement read. Earlier in the day, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa fled his official residence when it was mobbed by protesters. Angry protesters on Saturday stormed inside the residence of Sri Lanka President in Colombo as the island nation faces its worst economic crisis in decades.